So after my accident, I, number one, am 1,000,000% appreciative of everyone that has reached out to me. And this is really first thankful and grateful to everyone that has reached out to me via Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, text, whatever. There's so many people that reach out to me to the point where it'll take a while to, one by one, person by person, thank you for giving a shit about me. For whatever reason, if whatever value that I've given to you, or whatever reason you felt that your day was it was important to actually take time out of that and send me a message, I appreciate you. And I have not been able to answer everybody back. So I just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. It really means a lot. On that note, it's interesting, and there's no right answer to this. However, I thought it was a sick topic to talk about is, do we slow down or do we speed up, right? Do we slow down or do we speed up? Because I got a heck of a lot of messages, and most of them are for people that truly, authentically, most likely care about me. Saying things in different ways of, sometimes when things happen, when accidents happen, it's a way for the universe or for God or whomever, whatever we choose to form agreement to believe in, is a way of showing us that we need to slow down. And it's interesting because as soon as this happened, I was looking at it personally as, this is telling me I need to speed up. What does that mean? It's like, sounds crazy. Well, I looked at it as, and a little backstory, when I got hurt, it was because I was doing something that was out of the ordinary array of my daily time block activities. I was supposed to have a meeting with a friend and someone that I consider more than just a client, really a friend, about their business. And prior to, they actually went out of their way to set up and orchestrate something to actually have some fun, which would be driving these, unbeknownst to me, very dangerous vehicles that, now has limited me very, very much so, broken my arm in every place you could imagine. That was not in my normal activity booklet of checkpoints of what I'm going to do on a Friday. My normal Friday is work, which to me isn't work. It's what I love to do, which is work on the book, speaking, all this different stuff from sun up till sundown, and then do the same thing the next day. So there was really nothing other than Friday night of me working with this client / friend on their business. And to me, when this happened, it was the universe telling me that I should not have been doing something out of alignment with what my purpose is on the planet, which is culture matters. Now, whether you agree with that or not, it's okay, and it isn't the point. The interesting thing to think about is a lot of people reached out to me with care and with love and said, this is when the universe means you got to slow down. And I just thought it was interesting that the different belief patterns we all share, right? The intrinsic culture or metaphorical belief systems of, not shared belief, because these are just intrinsic belief patterns with their own neurosis of people just believing certain things. Like if I looked at it as, this means I got to slow down, that means that on October 15th, I wouldn't be flying to Virginia in just a couple short days to go speak, because I have every reason for everyone to feel bad for Jay that I'm too hurt and I need to rest because I may never be able to use my arm to 100% capacity ever again. And yet if I slow down, I wouldn't be fulfilling the innate obligation of purpose. That's what is going to propel me to reach the events in my life that I think that I would want, meaning all the goals that I want to achieve. Because it isn't about those goals, it's just knowing that every single day I'm in purpose working to something that's greater than myself. So when I got hurt, I looked at it as though I got to speed up. I got to stop doing bullshit. And it's not about what's right, because it's not right. It's just my self-culture, my metaphorical belief system. The words, the thoughts, the ideas, the beliefs, the actions, the habits, the outcomes, and all good and bad, the convictions and the matter or circumstance in my life is an outcome of that matrix, that word thought matrix of myself. So these people reaching out to me, I'm saying, this is the universe telling you to slow down. I'm thinking the only reason I got in this mess in the first place is because I was slowing down on a Friday night. And for 45 minutes, I was doing something out of alignment with what is the 20% of things I got to do every day, reading, writing, speaking, working on self to get me to where I want to be. The only reason this happened was because I slowed down. Why would I slow down more? The point is that there is no right answer. It's just that our intrinsic word thought patterns, the words we tell ourselves, the ideas that come from it, the thoughts we have, or the thoughts that become ideas, right? Those ideas that become actions, they form belief patterns, which become habits, which create self-culture, inner conviction, purposeful thoughts that garner passionate energy, get us the matter or the circumstances we have in life. In my convicted, speeding up mentality is the reason why I will accomplish the things I'm going to accomplish, or die going there. And it's okay. It's okay. Charles Spurgeon was the quote unquote founder of self-help. He did 10 speeches a week for dozens of years. He's the first pastor ever to have his speeches or his sermons written down and sold for a penny. And over 100 million copies were sold when he was alive, and over 300 million when he was dead. Now, he actually died. The likelihood was because he didn't take care of himself. He had ulcers and his whole body was going. He never slept. I mean, there was lots of things going on. Apparently, he could read a page a second. I mean, I don't know how valid that is, but the guy liked books. There is no right answer to this philosophical question. Do we slow down or do we speed up? The interesting thing is, though, when I got hurt, I looked at it as that I was slowing down, doing something that was out of alignment with my purpose, and that's what happened. That's how my brain rationalized it. And most people messaged me and said, oh, this says you got to slow down. I'm thinking I got to speed up. So the next time you're in a position, and there could be a correlation that when you think you need to speed up, maybe you're in purpose. Maybe whatever you're doing, you feel as though it's greater than yourself. Because I can tell you what I'm doing is. And that's a reason to live. Big one. We may not all be in that position, and that's okay too. The next time people are telling you to slow down, look in yourself, because no one can give you your answers. They lie within you. What was your first intuition with whatever happened? It doesn't have to be an injury. Maybe a pitfall. You got burnt out. When someone tells me I could burn out, I think, how can... I used to say the sun doesn't burn out. It's living in purpose. Well, it's not necessarily true, because eventually, inevitably, all suns do die. They pass. They do burn out in a way when they become red giants and so on and so forth. So there's a beginning and there's an end, it seems as though, at least in this dimension of the universe, to everything. However, when you're in your purpose, I wouldn't call it burnout. I'd call it the inevitable process of life and death. And if you look at the sun and you look at the sun in purpose lighting the universe up, an individual that is completely working into something that is totally, they have let go and is bigger than themselves, that's where the energy comes from. And if we are just little droplets of sun, because it all comes from the sun, we all have the opportunity to be as radiant and as passionate as the sun. But it isn't from slowing down. Especially when stuff happens to us, and then we're the effect of life, not the cause. That is not the right way to look at it. That is just my way to look at it. My internal self-culture. So the question for you is, are you going to slow down or are you going to speed up? Only you can answer that.